Okay, so this is a little bit of a different video and a little bit of a long one, so you can grab your journal or planner if you would like to plan with me. Also, let me know in the comments what planners and notebooks you're using this year. I'm really curious. When I wait too long after deciding to do something, getting started can feel so much more challenging. This was something I frequently experienced when it came to trying to start a YouTube channel and my art business. I have tried starting and restarting a YouTube channel for what feels like an absurd amount of time now, and every time I wanted to start, I felt that it was too late. I felt that I'd missed my chance back when studio vlogs were first getting popular in the late 2010s and I hadn't started then. Or that I'd missed my chance again when small businesses were gaining momentum in 2020. I thought to myself, what is the point in trying now? It's too late. I already missed the curve. But I was missing the point then. All those times I had thought I had missed my chance and didn't start my YouTube channel or my art business, I was really just making an excuse to not start. I didn't get my planner for 2025 until about 2 weeks into the year, and I had started to feel that same resistance again. It felt to me like it would be too late to start a new planner half a month into 2025. I wanted to have it with me before the upcoming year so I could plan and start the year with the planner. But I realized that this was a chance for me to challenge my mindset that things have a certain time frame. This idea that starting my 2025 planner halfway into January was too late was in reality just some mental construct that I had built that had no real value or impact on my life, and I was holding on to it for no reason. Honestly, I'm making this thought process sound way more dramatic than it actually was, but I think there's something really important to take away from this experience. I will probably have to learn time and time again that the perfect timing to start something will never come. I will keep having to remind myself that it's never too late to start something that you've always wanted to try, and also that it's okay to pick back up a project you've put on the back burner no matter how much time has passed since. What's truly important is that you're starting and doing it now. And as for my 2025 planner, I have settled into it. It really wasn't a big deal to start it later into the year. I ended up planning in another notebook and backfilling the first 2 weeks of January, and everything turned out alright in the end. But I just got these in the mail, and they are little ribbon or cord clasps, and I wanted to put them at the end of the ribbon so I can prevent them from fraying, because I've had this for like about a week now and the ribbon is already fraying a lot. I've had bad experiences with trying to seal off ribbons by burning them, as in they caught on fire and didn't melt. For this one, I got these little cord clasps that I'm gonna put on the ends, but I'm just gonna try to install these right now. I feel like I should look up a tutorial for this, but I'm just gonna wing it, and then when I get upset, we will look up a tutorial then. So now I'm gonna attach some charms to the ends of these ribbons. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to attach. I do have these two from my previous planner. I was using this to mark what day I was on, and then this one on the month. I do have this little bow and heart charm. I also have this little heart and flower crown from a necklace that I had when I was a really young kid. I wonder if the lobster clasp will fit. It fits. Okay. Will it look better if I attach it directly though? I also have some charms that I made in the past, but like I do have like these old macarons that might be cute. I think what I might actually like is this little cannelé that I made. I also have the version that is glossy, but I think it looks a little messy. So I think I will not use that one. But for my cannelés, I do have a whole one and then one that's been cut in half, which I think would make a cute pair. But I also have like really random charms like this little toast one. I think for now I will go with the cannelés, and then I can always switch them out if I feel like it. I think that looks pretty cute. I thought I'd share my 2025 Techo Kaigi and kind of just share how I use my notebooks for my small business. This is mostly just to keep a record for myself because I know things will change over time, so this way I have a little record for how my notebooks looked at this time of year. Yeah, so here are all the notebooks that I'm using this year. So we will start with my planner. I actually do most of my planning in a physical planner. I think my brain just works better this way. I do keep a Notion board with like resources and a bunch of like lists. It honestly isn't pretty or organized at all. It is literally a glorified to-do list. But I got a Hobonichi Weeks Mega and I'll get into why I got the Mega in a little bit. But I finally got my cover in, so I put it on and it looks really cute. It has a lot of cute motifs that I really like pancakes and pudding and strawberry cake, of course. So yeah, when you open it up, I made this little dashboard of sorts. I have sticker anxiety and I didn't really want to stick my stickers down in a permanent way. What I did was I took an old sticker sheet backing and then I stuck a bunch of stickers on there that I like. And then behind that I have this little Miffy. This was actually a backing card for a bookmark my friend got for me. I just paper clipped that in here as a little decorative element, and if I ever wanted to use any of these stickers, they're also at my disposal. And then on this side I have a little Midori post-it note that my friend gifted me, and this little pom-pom print sticky tab here. And then in here I have one of my bear stickers. This is a B grade sticker, so I just stuck it in here. And then if you open it up, I'm using this as a blotting paper, and then I also have this little gray cat stuck right here, and I just think it matches the planner pretty well since it's also gray. And then we have this spread where they have this year, last year, and next year, but I haven't touched this spread at all. I haven't written anything down. Okay. And then this next spread is the year at a glance, and honestly this is one of my favorite features of the Hobonichi Weeks. I really like this page. I'm using this as a social media tracker, so I have different symbols for different posts that I will be making because these boxes are quite small, so I can't really fit that much information in here. So I have different symbols for YouTube videos, short form, Instagram posts, and blog posts / Substack, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing that this year, but we will see. And then I'm going to be using this top part to track numbers such as subscribers and followers. So right now I will be tracking YouTube, Instagram, and I don't know if I'll still be tracking TikTok. We will see what is happening with TikTok. And if you go over here, we have the monthly spreads, and I am marking my monthly spread with this gray ribbon with the whole cannelé. I think it was fun to put the whole cannelé on the month and then the half cannelé on the weeks as a little tidbit, but whatever. But my monthly spread, oh, I forgot to mention this. I'm using my planner mostly as like a functional planner, so there will be a little bit of decoration here and there. Like I have a lot of stationery that I can use, mostly a functional planner. So for my month, I will just be writing down different tasks and appointments and that kind of stuff that I want to keep an overview on. that kind of stuff. I also have this little sticky note reminding myself of other things I want to track and write down here of different games I'm playing or books I'm reading, that kind of stuff. Since this planner starts in November, I decided to use like the first few weekly spreads as kind of a pen testing area, so I just swatched a bunch of pens that I use and then some stamps as well, just to kind of get a feel for how they look in this paper. And I did 2 test spreads, one in gel pen and then another in fountain pen, and I ended up not liking how the fountain pen looks on this paper for some reason. I think it's just because the boxes are really small. So this is how like a weekly spread normally looks for me. I will track tasks that I need to do per day and events happening on this side, and then on this side I have like a habit tracker at the top, and then I will use this blank space to take notes for that week or just have like ongoing weekly tasks written down here. It's not super organized because I don't know what my week looks like until I'm living that week. So there is that. Okay, and also I didn't buy a pencil board because I don't actually like writing on hard surfaces. So I just cut out a little piece of cardstock to stick behind to use as a pencil board, and I like that quite well. And then if we go to the back here, this is where the notes section is. So for the Hobonichi weeks, there is pages of blank grid paper for you to take notes in the back. And the reason why I chose the Weeks Mega is because it gives you a lot more extra note paper in the back. So I wanted to use the back as kind of like a common placing area so I can take notes. So this first spread is my 2025 goals and systems, and obviously I have not filled it out that much, so there's a lot more work that needs to be done here. And then I just have a couple trackers in the back that I'm gonna use for the year. I have a chores log where I just write down the date of when I did these chores so I can keep track of that. And then I also have a media log and a reading log to keep track of what I watch and read this year. And on this next spread, I have a coffee log where I want to write down different coffees I try this year and different notes I have on them. And then we also have a beauty purchase log where I'm just going to be tracking when I buy things so I can kind of get like a view on how often I'm repurchasing certain items. And then this is when we get to the common placing. So I'm just going to be using the back here to take notes on things. Over here I have like notes on diffusion and mist filters because I'm interested in getting one maybe, or I'm taking notes on a book called Creative Strategy and the Business of Design by Douglas Davis. So yeah, I'm just gonna be taking notes back here. Hopefully this will help me remember what I read and watch more, because I feel like I tend to read and watch things and then completely forget about it. So hopefully this will help me remember things better. But yeah. And then in the very back here, they have a couple fun extra spreads. They do have this favorite spread that I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do with yet, so if you have any ideas, let me know. So for my 100, I'm using it as kind of like a bucket list, so I'm writing down things I want to try and do this year. The goal is not to actually do all 100 of these items, but they're just little things that I can do that will kind of improve my quality of life and just remind me to have fun in my day-to-day. And then they have a simple spread, and then these noodles, which I think is really cute. And then we have this 365 days checkoff list, and I'm going to be using this to track when I study Chinese, because my reading and writing is not that good, so I'm trying to study and brush up a little bit more. I didn't do a very good job at the beginning of the year, but hopefully we are getting into more of a rhythm. And then yeah, that's kind of the end. In the back here, I just stuck some sticker sheets that I can use when I'm planning. And then also this really old washi sample I made and my business card. But yeah, that is my planner that I'm using this year. And then moving on to my next notebook that I'm using this year, this is my sketchbook. This is just a Moleskine with plain paper in it. It's not the art version, it's just the plain paper. I feel like I like this more than the actual sketchbook paper because I feel less precious with the paper. I feel a lot less pressure when I'm working in this, so I feel a lot more free to experiment and kind of just draw whatever. So I started this in March 2023, and Let me try to show you some spreads that I like. I don't really share my drawings that much on this channel, and I think that's starting to change this year because I am really getting back into drawing. Let me just share some spreads that I like. I really liked how this one came out. There's also this one where I remember I drank a bunch of coffee and my hands were shaking. It was just an experience because I was drawing directly in pen, drawing something I was not really comfortable with, which is architecture, and my hands were shaking from the coffee, and that was a whole thing. But I think it came out kind of nice in the end. This spread I actually made in Crayola crayons, which I think it came out pretty cute. I like how this hydrangea looks and how these cookies look. We have this page, which is just different scenes from that week drawn in pencil. A lot of these are just studies from Pinterest, and yeah. As you can see, there are certain motifs that I'm drawn to, like pudding and melon soda and tanghulu. I really like how this spread came out. We have some apples on this side and then this bee and puppy cat study. And I also really like how this drawing came out. I try not to draw complete drawings in my sketchbook because this is a place for like exploration and fun, but I was just drawing a dream I had and just resulted in a finished drawing, so I just left it in here. I remember not liking this when I drew this, but I think it came out okay in the end, so I don't know what I was so pressed about. These drawings at the beginning are really different from how I draw now. I was trying to study with pencil and stuff, but now I've just been doodling for fun, and as you can see, it looks really different. I am not really loyal to an art style. I don't really have an art style, I think. I just kind of draw whatever I like and feel like in the moment, so I don't feel a lot of pressure to have an art style either at the moment. Like, look at the difference between like this spread and like this spread. But yeah, I'm actually almost done with this. I'm not sure if I will stick to Moleskine after I'm done with the sketchbook. I'm thinking of trying a Leuchtturm next, so we will see. Last but not least is my journal. I don't know what I can share in here because I write a lot of personal stuff in here, and this is like a journal in a more traditional sense where I write about my day and my feelings and all that kind of stuff. I think I might just flip through it and then blur it so you can't read it, but you can get like a general sense of what the inside looks like. So it's literally just a lot of writing. Sometimes I'll paste photos in here and stickers. If I do use stickers, it's mostly in here. But yeah, this is mostly just traditional journaling where I write about my feelings and my thoughts and that kind of stuff. Sometimes I brainstorm in here, but not that much. Mostly just memory keeping and that kind of stuff. Let me try to find a spread I can show. This one. Okay, so this used to be taped in here, but I think I did film the process of me making the spread in my summer shop update video, but I just have the spread where I wrote about my summer shop update and then pasted some pictures of my products in here, and then this was the print I had made. And then on this side, this is when I started playing Zenless when it came out, and I had so much fun playing the game I decided to make a journal spread about it. But yeah, there's that. So this is kind of what it looks like if I do like a more decorative journal spread. Otherwise, it's literally just a wall of text. But, oh, sorry, I didn't introduce this notebook, but this is the Stalogy A5. This notebook was the notebook that made me realize I really like thin paper. I know some people don't like it because there's like ghosting where you can see the text from the other side, but honestly, I don't really mind it at all, and I just like the way thin paper feels. But there's something that I really like about thin paper. I'm not sure what it is, but I still have a long ways to go in this journal, so there's that. So yeah, those are all the notebooks that I'm using this year. I used to keep a lot more sketchbooks and notebooks than just these three, but I've really pared it down. I think these three notebooks for me really fulfill what I need out of notebooks, so yeah. I'm quite satisfied with the system I have right now. And if you would like to see an update on my notebooks throughout the year, let me know and I will update you guys on them. But I don't think it'll change that much, really. But let me share what I use in my notebooks. I was a very loyal Pilot Juice 0.38 user, and that was because I bought a 10-pack on Amazon and was working through them, but I think this is my last one and I finished it, so I'm not sure if I should keep using these or if I should get a new pen to try, but that was what I was using for a really long time. The fountain pen that I use is the Pilot Kakuno in F, so this is the fine nib. I do want to get more into fountain pens, but they're expensive, so. And then right now, while I'm out of the Pilot Juice 0.3, I'm using the Zebra Sarasa clip in 0.4. I think I still might like 0.3 a little bit more. And then for highlighters, I'm using the Kokyo Mi in, what's this called? Fragile Mint color. So it just has a highlighter on one end and then a fine tip on the other end. So yeah, those are kind of all the pens I'm using right now. I'm sorry for like having 2 videos that are different from my usual videos in a row. I didn't mean for that to happen, but I wanted my 2025 planner and notebook stuff to be uploaded sooner rather than later. So yeah, that is my stationery stuff. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, bye!